the fake. Dubin can't get an open look. Off balance jumper for Baguio, no good.
Cyrus Baguio defending the three-point attempt by Mark Kadiwa. Coach Tinko specifically mentioned that one of the reasons why he wanted Cyrus Baguio in his lineup was because he felt that Cyrus was a better defender than Willie Miller. Well, we saw more than what that comment brought by Coach Tinko was. Dito sa ating fourth quarter, Cyrus Baguio fired 12 points here in the fourth quarter. And a lot of sleepers for Alaska suddenly awakened here in the fourth. Tenorio came up. Tony De La Cruz also was present. Hugnatan also delivered. But definitely Cyrus Baguio played the killer's role here for the Aces here in the fourth.
While the first three quarters may have been forgettable for LA Tenorio, he's making the ones that count. He's icing this ball game here for the Aces from the free throw line. And another one could really put the Aces out of reach. It's a 5-point lead now, 86-81. Barangay Ginebra going to use this opportunity to call a timeout and plan something here. And it is a 30-second timeout brought to you by Handy Picks on first aid ng bahay mo. Bonds all, seals all.
What a big turnaround here. Ginebra was safely coasting, able to deflect whatever challenges fired by Alaska.
You're right.
But suddenly in the fourth, it was a different story. Tenorio, Cyrus Baguio, the pace was just a completely different tempo that favored Alaska. And before you know it, Cyrus Baguio took over this game, scoring in transition, stopping a lot of Ginebra plays, and as a result, they are primed for the third straight win here in this conference after dropping the first two games.
A rare doubleheader tomorrow at the Cuneta Astrodome with the Tigers taking on the Realtors at 4. That will be followed up by the Air 21 Express meeting, the Talk and Text Tropan Texters. And then on Sunday, there will be another doubleheader as well at the Ninoy Aquino Stadium. But back to the action, 6.8. Kick out pass, Tubit for 3. No, it's short, and the Aces win this matchup 86-81. Thanks to their new acquisition, Cyrus Baguio, his first game as an Alaska Ace. And I think it's safe to say Cyrus Baguio has found a new home here in the PBA. And we'll be heading over to Patricia Hijon in just a moment. Patricia, take it away.
Well, Cyrus Baguio used to average 9.2 points, 1.4 rebounds with Ginebra. Pero dito sa Alaska Aces, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 blocks. Plus, very crucial ka talaga sa comeback ng Alaska Aces. Nung nangangapa ka pa, ikaw nagsabi nun.
Yun nga, buti na lang nung second half, nakabawi ako. Nung first half, medyo nahihiya pa ako eh. Siyempre, ayoko naman tumira ng tumira. So, nung second half, nakuha ko na yung rhythm ko. Yun, buti nagtuloy-tuloy.
So, ano yung mga factor na nakapagbigay nga sa iyo ng kumpiyansa? Yung fact ba na sinabihan ka ng mga assistant coaches na huwag kang masyadong mahiya, huwag kang masyadong maging hesitant? Or yung fact na si Rick Marata, yung uncle mo, nandyan pa at nagbibigay ng inspirasyon sa iyo?
Isa na rin yun. Kasi nga, naglaro si Tito Rick dito sa Alaska eh. Matagal siya naglaro dito. So, para sa kanya tong game na to.
Babati ka pa?
Sa lahat ng mga taga-iligan, kamusta ka mo diya? Papa na ako, igsuon ako, sa mga tanan relatives na ako diya. Sa Davao, Tito Bong, kamusta?
Congratulations, Alaska Aces Cyrus Baguio winning best player of this game. We'll be back to wrap up this baby.
So ends another PBA Friday and ended it with a bang. 86-81 is our final score. The Alaska Aces taking this one. It was really all decided in the final 3 minutes of this ball game. We talked about the main storyline of this ball game at the top of the coverage. We've got really the blockbuster trade with Cyrus Baguio and the Alaska Aces, and then Willie Miller moving to Barangay Ginebra. Cyrus Baguio, fourth quarter man. And I think we can expect bigger things from him.
He had to wait for the fourth quarter before he unraveled his heroics. But definitely Cyrus Baguio was the starring person for Alaska's huge comeback. But you also have to give credit to Alaska's tremendous defense in the fourth quarter. They gave up 74 points in the first 3 quarters. But in the fourth quarter, limited Ginebra to only 7 as we take a look at the matchup between Simpson and Ambrose.
Well, Ambrose was on his way to having a great all-around game until he reached the fourth quarter, where he only managed to score 2 points.
Yes, he couldn't close it out for the Gin Kings, and eventually it opened the door for Cyrus Baguio and the rest of the local unit of Coach Tim Cone to turn things around, and how well they did turn things around, starring, of course, Cyrus Baguio.
But one thing is for sure, I mean, we talk about Cyrus Baguio's amazing performance here, but remember, Willie Miller is still...
Oh, yes.
I mean, he was the top local scorer for the Alaska Aces, and he's still going through the getting-to-know process, so we really expect more from Willie Miller in the coming days.
Well, round 1 battle won by Cyrus Baguio. But this is not the end-all and be-all.
No.
Cyrus Baguio will not always play with Willie Miller. Ginebra will not always match up with Alaska.
Yes.
But of course, the fans got their treat. But the long haul is what Coach Jong Lichik is looking at, and he still believes that Willie Miller is going to be the main guy for him in the near future.
Now we're kicking off a long weekend, and it's going to be a great long weekend for sports, starting tomorrow with the Coca-Cola Tigers taking on the San Luis Realtors. And yes, PBA, Saturday is a doubleheader. That'll be followed by Air 21 meeting Talk and Text, and that all goes down at the Cuneta Astrodome. And we'll have another doubleheader on Sunday. That will take us to the Ninoy Aquino Stadium, and that will be where Barako Energy Coffee Masters meet the Alaska Aces in the opener. Then, San Miguel Beermen taking on none other than my partner here, Coach Ronnie Monsanov, and the BMEG Derby Ace Llamados in the second game.
Well, a lot of teams have primed them up for positioning. San Miguel strung up 5 consecutive wins, Alaska 3 consecutive wins. The other teams also have to make their mark as they try to keep up with the leaders.
And that's going to wrap it up for this PBA Friday here at the Araneta Coliseum. For all of us here, for Patricia Hizon and for Coach Ronnie Magsanov, this is Vito Lazatin reminding you to be good to yourselves and to each other. And we'll see you again tomorrow here on the PBA on Solar TV.